Hey you guys, what is up? This is SuperGirlKels. Welcome back to another Monday video. Every single Mondays we upload gaming content, news, music, and more you can't get anywhere else. So be sure to join our Discord through our streams every week. It's great to see you guys. I am back with a follow-up to an original video that I did a couple of months back, which was I basically revamped Sonic's entire moveset in Super Smash Bros. Just because I really hate the inspirations and the way he was designed. And ended up being a big hit with you guys, and I want to kind of create a follow-up, as I know that the community and fans of not only Smash Bros. But Kirby are not exactly happy with his moveset either. Kirby's one of the only characters in the series that is completely outdated with his moveset and hasn't been updated in ways like with Link that has recently been updated in Ultimate. So I wanted to make a video completely revamping his moveset, as I'm one of Kirby's biggest fans, and as I've been completing his games since I was super young, as he's my first ever video game character I've ever played and been introduced in the gaming world alongside Sonic. So all of the moves I'm about to list are based off of his series, alright? This is taking his entire history and putting it into what I feel would really complement him well. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate basically introduces an entire new way of playing the game. More and more DLC characters have been putting out special effects into characters such as meters, item play, even swapping characters. So I really wanted to update Kirby as to having this power if he was a DLC character, as his biggest issue is getting in. Kirby has lack of airspeed and movement in general, though I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, since as his games have been developing and releasing, he's been getting slower and slower as time has gone on. But that doesn't necessarily mean that his moveset could reflect that either. It can really go back to his history and give him everything regarding his hats to give him range and power that he needs to really make a breakthrough. So without further ado, here is the brand new moveset that I would give to Kirby based on his history in Super Smash Bros. All moves that you guys are going to see are going to be based off of all of his hats from over the years since 1992's release of the first Kirby game. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's start off with his neutral attacks. First off, jab would be inspired by Fighter Kirby. It would be his rapid jab that he currently has along with his hat, but would finish off with a little Hadouken, which would be the finisher. So rapid jab into the little Hadouken that he does just like as Fighter Kirby. Down tilt will be inspired by the actual Kirby games when Kirby, well, down tilts. When Kirby does a tilt in the series, he actually pushes himself forward while pancaking himself. He can use this to duck under enemies, but also kind of skip them up in the air, in which maybe he could follow up with up smash or even up tilt. This kind of looks like Min-Min's in a way. His F-tilt would just be a simple sword slash from Sword Kirby that we've been using since the basically second Kirby game ever, where you simply just press the special button and Kirby just does a little slash. This would be the same thing here to give him a little bit of range to get himself in there. Up-tilt will be replaced by Whip. Whip Kirby is one of the most modern changes that have been added to the series and is one of the most fan favorite copy abilities ever. Whip would give him a little range in the air, but doesn't do too much damage, but poke him enough to maybe start a combo. His Nair I have to kind of keep in mind that already is amazing. His Nair is one of my favorite moves, so I don't want to change it too much. I decided to take inspiration from Plasma Kirby. Plasma Kirby kind of hits all around him when he activates his special, and it would be a multi-hit. If he's landing from the air, it'll drag the opponents downwards. If he's simply next to them, it'll just do one simple hit and kind of just push them away. There won't be much knockback and it would be fixed. This can lead up to kill setups and more. His up air I gave to Parasol Kirby, as I think it's such a cute move and so iconic. It can protect what's above him, but at the same time, put players up in the air to hopefully juggle and kind of gain stage control for him. So with his forward aerial and his back aerial, I decided to kind of take inspiration from both fire and ice, as when you press the fire would kind of breathe out of Kirby a little bit in a very close range, as well as ice in the back as well, because it actually frees them for a little bit, and you might be able to get a second hit off if they're at a very high percent. The downer, I want this to be a spike. I'm sick of the drill Kirby, as he always puts himself in disadvantage if it misses, and it's never actually consistent, especially in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Replace this with Kirby Squeak Squad's signature move, which is the Animal Slash. This is from Animal Kirby's hat, in which he can just basically spike his opponents with a slash. Currently, Kirby's dash attack is from Fire Kirby, where he gets the blaze forward, and I would really like to replace this with Wheel Kirby. Wheel Kirby is one of the series' most iconic hats that we've seen in basically forever in every Kirby game, and I'd love for it to be used in Smash. He can use it to kind of push himself forward and gain a little bit of momentum. It would put players up in the air and wouldn't have much knockback, but this would be kind of good just to put players in disadvantage. Now for his special attacks, ladies! His neutral is going to stay with the inhale. It's Kirby's most iconic move and we can't take that away from him. And I think adding Super Smash Bros. Hats to him is just amazing. It really changes up his play, and in other cases it really affects his matchup chart in general. His side B though is currently the hammer, in which I do agree with and would like to keep it, but I like to adjust it a little bit to bring it back to the Brawl hammer. Brawl hammer had way less of lag in terms of ending and beginning and had a lot of power. This could be used to really seal damage and kills at high percents when Kirby really needs it and is having a hard time getting in. Brawl hammer was so good at canceling on the ground as well to use as bait and punishes. Down B definitely has to stick to stone, as one, it's invincible unless grabbed, and really helps him with some edgeguard situations. Now his up B is currently the final cutter, and though that's really cool, I think it's completely outdated and very exploitable, especially to a roster of 70 characters with most of them being sword and can definitely get Kirby. I'd really like to change this to having Kirby's Warp Star involved. Kirby's Warp Star has been signature since the very first game, and has never actually been used in Smash very well. I'd like it to kind of be like Meta Knight's Glide from Brawl, but obviously not as overpowered, so let's relate it more to Steve in Ultimate, where Kirby would basically just launch the star, get on it, and he can just kind of float himself back up onto the stage. It's exploitable, but has a hitbox. You can hit Kirby on the head, but not the star itself. Now his smash attacks are going to be very heavily inspired by the Ultra forms in Kirby's Return to Dreamland, as this is his basic, return to basically the platforming god that he is back in 2011. So I want this very much involved. His F smash will be the Ultra Sword. Just a huge sword, but very not disjointed at all. It looks big, but only has a small hitbox, but hits massively. His down smash would be the ground hammer, hitting on the ground all around him in a roll distance, and his up smash would be the flare beam, going all above him, kind of launching opponents into the air and shocking them to boot. With his grabs, I want this to be heavily inspired by Suplex Kirby. Suplex Kirby was only in a few Kirby games over the year, but has become a very big staple and very exciting for fans to get when acquired. Suplex Kirby launches himself forward to grab, so Kirby's grab would be changed to a sort of grapple grab. Kind of like Incineroar's grab, where he presses side B and he's able to grab you no matter what the heck you're doing. But it wouldn't have as much range, as I think the range would really go down to maybe Youngling's grab or some kind of normal grapple range. He will launch himself forward, and if he misses, he has lag just like any other grapple. But if he does grab them, Kirby will be able to move up, down, back, and forward, and using the same animations as he does as Suplex Kirby in the Kirby series. I think the kill throw would actually go to back throw here, only because the way that Kirby has over the years completely ripped bones from putting them on their heads is really painful. It's gonna send you out of the blast zone. It looks painful, and there's been many memes about it over the years, so it'd be great if they made that the kill throw. For his final smash, as of course it has been known to be related to the Ultra Sword and the Cook Kirby in Brawl, I want this to be removed since now his hats are his main moveset. I want this to go to the air ride machines that are in Kirby Air Ride. I want them to come out and just start kind of crashing and landing all over the stage. Players can move around and avoid them gladly, as the controlling Kirby player would have to aim for where these machines would be landing. It would be the main legendary and warp star that would be crashing down onto the stages. So that's basically what I want for Kirby's moveset to be changed. It's more modernized, it's way more cool, and just more enjoyable. Players don't have to complain against Kirby when it comes to just basically getting sucked and cucked at 10, but more about treating him as basically any other DLC character. And though we're still slow, we trade off our neutral to be more just based on setups and range, which I think is best for Kirby in the end when it comes to his matchups. I want to know your thoughts. I definitely want to see what you guys have as ideas and more, as I spent all week really thinking about this, and shoutouts to those who actually gave me some ideas too. I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and I really think that using all of his hats would give him the most animations in the game, as he'd have different hats constantly happening to him and showing up as he's pressing different moves. It would make Kirby just feel so lovable and so cool, as he's always been. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Don't forget, guys, we stream basically all the time on Twitch, so come on by if you'd love to, as we do gaming, art, Animal Crossing, and competing in Smash, of course. I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope you have a great rest of your week. It's good to be back. I've been sick for a couple of days, so it's nice to be here and talking to you guys once again. Stay safe, I love you, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.